Hi there. Today we're embarking on a captivating journey as we step back in time to explore the legendary TV series, Little House on the Prairie. I'm sure many of you hold fond memories of this classic show. Little House on the Prairie is a timeless gem that has left an indelible mark on television history. Join us as we relive the magic, revisiting the series with the entire cast then and now. We'll uncover the original identities and ages of the talented actors from the show and witness how they've transformed in the year 2023. So, without further ado, let's dive into the world of Little House on the Prairie together. Melissa Gilbert as Laura Ingalls. A young actress who commenced her journey in the late 1960s, Melissa Gilbert boasts one of the most enduring careers in the realm of Hollywood. While cherished for her portrayal as Laura Ingalls, the second oldest daughter in Little House, Gilbert concurrently engaged in multiple projects alongside her commitments to the TV show. Her repertoire included works such as The Diary of Anne Frank and The Miracle Worker. Following the culmination of Little House on the Prairie, Gilbert embarked on 81 diverse projects encompassing film, television, and podcasting. Her initial project after the show was a television movie titled Choices of the Heart, narrating the tale of a young missionary girl's tragic demise in El Salvador in 1980. Gilbert's projects span various genres, from dramas to psychological thrillers, romances, comedies, and even Marvel movies. In her most recent endeavor, she lent her voice to Marvel's Wastelanders, a podcast story uniting iconic characters like Wolverine, Black Widow, Star-Lord, Doctor Doom, and Hawkeye in a mission to thwart the malevolent Valeria Richards. Collaborating with renowned actors like Stephen Land, Susan Sarandon, and Jeff Perry, Gilbert is an integral part of this successful Marvel franchise. Although recognized for her acting accomplishments, she has garnered attention on social media for her discussions on the challenges faced by women in Hollywood concerning aging and beauty. After entering the industry at a young age, Gilbert utilizes her online presence to address these issues and has chosen to step away from Hollywood, now residing in the Catskills, to embrace and understand her journey through aging, expressing her process of getting to know this new person. Michael Landon as Charles Ingalls. Michael Landon, possessing a rugged charm, a striking appearance with a full head of dark, thick hair, left an indelible mark on television, starring in 3 prominent series: the enduring Western Bonanza, Little House on the Prairie, and Highway to Heaven. Hailing from Queens, New York, Landon's birth name was Eugene Maurice Orowitz. Born into a family of performers, he excelled academically in grade school, maintaining straight A grades. Despite securing an academic scholarship for javelin throwing during high school, injuries thwarted his prospects in sports, leading to his departure from college in his freshman year. Subsequently, he pursued acting education and adopted the more memorable and easily pronounceable name, Michael Landon. The name reportedly surfaced from a random discovery in the phone book. Landon's breakthrough came with the low-budget B-movie I Was a Teenage Werewolf, a role humorously critiqued on Mystery Science Theater 3000. His prominence soared when he secured the part of Little Joe on Bonanza during a time when Westerns dominated television. Bonanza held the top spot in ratings from 1964 to 1967 and remarkably sustained its run for 14 years. Following his successful tenures on Little House and Highway to Heaven, Landon disclosed his battle with pancreatic cancer in April 1991, becoming one of the first public figures to openly share this information, shedding light on one of the most challenging cancers to treat. Despite expressing his lack of fear towards death, Landon vowed to fiercely combat the illness. 3 months after revealing his diagnosis, Landon passed away on July 1st, 1991, at the age of 54. Karen Grassel as Caroline Ingalls. Karen Grassel, born in Northern California in 1977, embarked on her journey as an actress following her training at the London Academy of Music and Dramatic Art. Her initial foray into the world of acting took place at the Front Street Theater in Memphis, Tennessee. Subsequently, she dedicated several years to the Broadway stage, gracing productions such as The Gingham Dog and Butterflies Are Free. Her significant breakthrough came when she assumed the role of Caroline Ingalls, the matriarch of the Ingalls family, in Little House. Upon the conclusion of the series, Grassel relocated to Santa Fe, where she rekindled her passion for theater. There, she established the Resource Theater Company, a project that thrived to such an extent that she extended its reach to Louisville, Kentucky. In the years since, Grassel has continued to flourish in her stage acting career. In 2006, she showcased her talent in productions at renowned theaters like the San Francisco Playhouse, Theater Works, and the Aurora Theater. More recently, Grassel graced the screen in the 2021 film Not to Forget, delving into the physical and emotional turmoil wrought by Alzheimer's. Her performance in the movie featured alongside acclaimed figures like Academy Award winner Cloris Leachman, Louis Gossett Jr., and George Chakiris. Additionally, Karen Grassel penned her thoughts and experiences about her time on Little House in her memoir, Bright Lights, Prairie Dust. In the book, she offers insights into her portrayal of Caroline Ingalls as the family's bedrock, her journey as a struggling actress in the industry, her interactions with cinematographers and producers from the series, and her personal battles with mental health issues and alcoholism. Sidney Greenbush and Rachel Lindsay Greenbush as Carrie Ingalls. Lindsay and Sidney Greenbush embarked on their Hollywood journey through Little House. From their toddler years, the twin sisters took turns portraying Carrie Ingalls to prevent excessive strain while on set. Their entrance into acting seemed almost predetermined, given their father, Billy Greenbush, was a revered figure in Hollywood, noted for roles in Bonanza, Gunsmoke, and Mask. The twins openly shared the trials they faced as child actors. The role was designed to keep us as young children, even though we were growing up, they explained. As Little House concluded, the girls were in high school, eager to explore roles more fitting for their age. Despite their efforts, both struggled to secure new acting opportunities, leading the siblings to step back from the industry. While occasionally engaging in reunions for devoted series fans, Lindsay and Sidney have transitioned away from their acting pursuits. Sidney now thrives as a sales system administrator for a residential builder, while Lindsay has found her niche as an accountant. Though their current occupations might lack the glitz of their on-screen work, both remain content, channeling their artistic inclinations in more personal ways. Lindsay joined the star-studded cast of Eve Ensler's The Vagina Monologues, and Sidney discovered a passion for amateur boxing. Melissa Sue Anderson as Mary Ingalls. Much like Melissa Gilbert, Melissa Sue Anderson embarked on her acting journey as a child star. At the tender age of 11, she commenced her prolific career by portraying Mary Ingalls in Little House. Following the series' conclusion, her initial post-Little House project was a personal collaboration with co-star James Landon. He invited her to be part of his autobiographical film, The Loneliest Runner, a compelling narrative of an Olympic marathon runner grappling with familial challenges. In tune with her fellow cast members, Anderson chose to delve into her experiences on the iconic primetime show Little House in her autobiography titled The Way I See It, a look back at my life on Little House. Within the pages of this book, she offers readers an intimate peek behind the scenes, recounting personal stories and insights related to selected TV episodes and her interactions with the cast, guest stars, and crew of the series. Presently, Anderson leads a relatively quiet life in Montreal, Canada, distancing herself from the entertainment industry to focus on raising her family. While she asserts her retirement from Hollywood, she occasionally steps into the film world with modest roles in notable productions, including appearances in films such as Veronica Mars, where she portrays Stosh's mother, The Equalizer, Apocalypse, and The Con is On, a heist comedy directed by James Oakley. Katherine McGregor as Harriet Olsen. Two beloved yet reviled characters in Little House on the Prairie were the mischievous Nelly Olsen, portrayed by Allison Arngrim, and her mother, Harriet Olsen, brought to life by Katherine McGregor. Hailing from Southern California, Dorley McGregor, born in 1925, grew up in Colorado. She made her initial foray into acting through the University Drama Club while attending the University of Denver. Post-graduation, she migrated to New York, honing her craft under the tutelage of revered acting coaches Stella Adler and Sanford Meisner. McGregor had a minor role in the iconic Marlon Brando film On the Waterfront and gained acclaim for her performance in a traveling production of Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? Upon returning to California, she secured supporting roles in series like All in the Family and Emergency. However, McGregor found the Hollywood lifestyle lacking fulfillment. Her career was at a crossroads until she landed the part of Harriet Olsen, notorious for causing discord in the Ingalls family's life. McGregor dedicated herself to Little House, staying with the series until its end and eventually retiring from acting. At the age of 93, she passed away while residing at the Motion Picture and Television Fund's retirement home on November 13, 2018. Richard Bull as Nels Olsen. On Little House on the Prairie, Richard Bull portrayed Nels Olsen, the head of the Olsen family, and he remained part of the show from its commencement to its closure. Hailing from Illinois, Bull shared that his entry into acting was serendipitous from LittleHouseOnThePrairie.com. At the recommendation of a friend, he ventured into the Goodman Theater School, where his love for performing blossomed. It was there that he encountered Barbara Collentine, who would later become his wife of 66 years. Stage performances held a special place in Bull's heart, but he swiftly transitioned into television roles, appearing on shows like Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea, Gunsmoke, and Mission Impossible. He also made appearances in movies such as The Stalking Moon, The Andromeda Strain, and High Plains Drifter. Upon joining the cast of Little House, as mentioned on the Little House of the Prairie website, Bull expressed his admiration for the show, stating, "This series is exceptionally pleasant. As a director and producer, Landon knows what he desires and accomplishes it. He comprehends actors' challenges, being an actor himself." Bull passed away on February 3, 2014, due to complications from pneumonia at the age of 89. Reflecting on his memory, Arngrim lauded him, describing the man who portrayed her father as just as kind, intelligent, thoughtful, and reasonable as you'd expect Nels Olsen to be. Jonathan Gilbert as Willie Olsen. Jonathan Gilbert, renowned for his portrayal of Willie Olsen in the television series Little House on the Prairie. In Melissa Gilbert's 2010 memoir, Prairie Tale, she revealed that Paul, her brother, tragically took his own life in 1976 due to enduring constant pain. Barbara then married Harold Abelez, and together they welcomed Sarah Abelez, who later adopted the name Sarah Gilbert, despite having no blood relation to Paul. As detailed in Melissa Gilbert's memoir, Jonathan decided to relocate from California in his early 20s, and since then, she had no further contact with him, with the reasons behind this separation remaining a mystery to her. Her autobiography indicates that he pursued a career as a stockbroker residing in New York City. Gilbert is most celebrated for his compelling portrayal of Willie Olsen on the NBC television series Little House on the Prairie, spanning from 1974 to 1983. He stands as one of only 6 actors from the show to appear throughout the entire series, alongside Melissa Gilbert, Katherine McGregor, Richard Bull, Kevin Hagen, and Dabbs Greer. In 1979, Gilbert also graced the screen in the made-for-television movie The Little House Years, reprising his role as Willie Olsen. Furthermore, During the same year, he delivered a remarkable performance in the made-for-TV movie The Miracle Worker, assuming the character of Jimmy. Jonathan Gilbert's acting career extended to 2 out of the 3 made-for-television films inspired by the Little House on the Prairie book series, namely Little House, Look Back to Yesterday, and Little House, The Last Farewell. Kevin Hagen as Dr. Hyram Baker. Kevin Hagen, recognized for his portrayal of Dr. Hyram Baker on NBC's Little House on the Prairie. Hagen's initial recurring role on a series began in 1958 as John Colton, the city supervisor of New Orleans in the CBS Western Yancey Derringer. On April 29, 1962, Hagen was selected for the episode Court of Lawman. Hagen made guest appearances on Gunsmoke, The Big Valley, Bonanza, Laramie, Have Gun, Will Travel, Mannix, The Time Tunnel, and Perry Mason. He made 3 appearances on Mason. In 1958, he portrayed Sergeant Burke in The Case of the Sardonic Sergeant. In 1965, he portrayed Jacob Leonard in The Case of the Gambling Lady, and Samuel Carlton in The Case of the Fugitive Fraulein. Hagen appeared as Inspector Dobbs Kobik in 9 episodes of Land of the Giants from 1968 to 1970. In 1992, Hagen relocated to Grants Pass in the southwestern part of Oregon, where he participated in musical performances, dinner theaters, and theater productions in Medford, Ashland, and Grants Pass, including his one-man show, A Playful Dose of Prairie Wisdom. In 2004, Hagen received a diagnosis of esophageal cancer. He passed away on July 9, 2005, at his residence in Grants Pass. Hagen is survived by his son, Christopher, and his wife, Jan, whom he wed in 1993. Allison Arngrim as Nelly Olson. Allison Arngrim gained widespread recognition for her role as Nelly Olson in the NBC TV series Little House on the Prairie from 1974 to 1982. Commencing her career in television advertisements as a child model and actress, Arngrim soared to stardom in 1974, embodying the character of Nelly Olson on Little House on the Prairie. Initially auditioning for other roles, she eventually landed the part of the adversarial Nelly Olson. Arngrim portrayed the character for 7 seasons, shaping her performance as a defining cultural depiction and the archetypal spoiled bad girl through the 1970s. In 2010, Arngrim penned an autobiography titled Confessions of a Prairie Bitch: How I Survived Nelly Olson and Learned to Love Being Hated. The book unveiled, for the first time, Arngrim's disclosure about her adolescent brother as her past abuser, although the autobiography is primarily characterized by a light-hearted tone and garnered acclaim for her ability to blend humor with personal struggles. Arngrim also crafted and presented a one-person theatrical rendition that premiered at Club Fez in New York. Later, she delivered this solo show at Parliament House, a gay retreat in Orlando, Florida. Matthew Labourteau as Albert Quinn Ingalls. Famed for his lush head of hair, which rivaled his on-screen father, Matthew Labourteau has crafted an extensive career in the entertainment industry following his portrayal of Albert Quinn Ingalls in Little House. Born in Los Angeles, Labourteau's first post-Little House venture was as Billy in NBC's Special Treat, an anthology series designed for teenage audiences. Progressing from there, he made guest appearances on various primetime television shows that were popular during their filming. His projects often encompassed comedy and mild drama. Since the start of the 21st century, Labourteau broadened his creative pursuits, venturing into multiple animated series that remain recognizable to this day. In 2005, he lent his voice to Scott Abernathy in G.I. Joe Sigma 6, followed by Jaden Yuki and the Supreme King in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, and ultimately, Nabu in Winx Club. His success in voice acting led to narrating roles in successful video games, including Star Wars, The Old Republic, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Dabs Greer as Reverend Robert Alden. Greer is most likely to be remembered for his role as the regular character Mr. Jonas in Gunsmoke, his portrayal of Coach Ossie Weiss in the sitcom Hank, and his recurring role as Reverend Robert Alden in Little House on the Prairie. A later generation of viewers may also recognize Greer as the 108-year-old version of the character originally played by Tom Hanks in the 1999 film The Green Mile. Upon relocating to Pasadena, California, in 1943, he assumed the roles of administrator and acting instructor at the Pasadena Playhouse. Greer's cinematic debut was as an uncredited extra in the 1938 film Jesse James, primarily shot in the vicinity of Pineville, Missouri. Recalling the experience in a 2002 interview with the Neo show Daily News, he remarked, "They were paying $5 a day, to local people for being extras. That was really good money in those days, more money than we had seen in a long time." When asked why he was never nominated for his remarkable and sensitive performance in The Green Mile, although many believed it was deserving of a Best Supporting Actor, if not Best Actor, nomination, Greer responded with a gentle smile. Tom was supposed to portray the older character. I thought he was wonderful in the film, but as far as I know, there was trouble with the makeup, so I was hired. I guess the studio didn't want it known as a fact as having been done by someone else. It was better if all credit went to Tom as both the younger and the older characters. Greer, who had moved to Pasadena, California in 1943, passed away on April 28, 2007, at Pasadena's Huntington Hospital, following a battle with kidney failure and heart disease, not long after celebrating his 90th birthday. While the curtain falls on our journey through the Little House on the Prairie, cast from 1974 to 1983, we witness the incredible stories of these actors beyond the prairies. Each one carved their unique paths, leaving indelible imprints on the hearts of audiences. From heartwarming family dramas to animated adventures and insightful memoirs, their careers extended far beyond the show's conclusion. Their diverse experiences echo the resilience, talent, and spirit that captivated us on screen, showcasing the beauty of their collective legacies.